I know the title to this one caught your attention, my little strangelings, but what I really wanted to call this was He Came Out of the Pisser and Scared the Piss Right Out of Me. Alas, not me, but poor Suzanne. She runs both the Old State Bank and on occasion is involved over at Decatur's Historic Train Depot Museum too. Usually, Suzanne's domain is the bank while the judge runs the Train Depot Museum. The judge doesn't have time for ghosts and nonsense of the like, which is fine. On the occasion that I visited the depot, I missed the judge as he'd gone on quite the vacation and left the day before I arrived. Suzanne related the story about how one day there had been an event with a sizable enough group that it required both her and the judge to be on premises in a combined effort. She said that the event was over and she'd taken a seat on one of the benches inside while the judge and a few stragglers were outside the back door on the old train platform talking. Suzanne said that much to her embarrassment, she'd opened up her Facebook account on her phone and was watching a video that, by professional standards, probably wouldn't be classified as appropriate or safe for work, but that she truly thought that she was alone in the old depot and there was no harm. That is, until she heard the door to the men's restroom down the hall open and the footfalls of someone walking out. She said that she saw a man with a big gray beard with a conductor's hat on his head with a gold or brass badge on its front walk out of the hallway and stop in front of one of the mirrored back cabinets to look into the case. She immediately, flustered, shut off her phone and apologizing in her embarrassment of watching something so sweary or generally inappropriate, she came past the cabinet fully expecting someone to be standing on the other side. To nothing. No one was there. I asked her why his apparent uniform or costume hadn't struck her as weird, and she said, "Train people are a different breed. They come with their caps or dressed up through the depot all of the time. I didn't think anything of it until I came around the cabinet and he was gone. He really just looked like you and me." Indeed, she would have seen if he had walked off in the direction of either the front exit or out the back, and she figured he had gone out the back door and she'd missed it. But when she stepped out onto the platform with the judge and the straggling guests, he wasn't there either. And when she asked about him, the judge looked at her like she was a little crazy and said that no one had come out here, nor had he seen anyone inside through the windows. Suzanne told me until that day, I didn't think the depot was haunted, and I haven't seen anything else in here since. Of course, when she said the depot wasn't haunted, or that she didn't think it had been, that was when the two big screens with security camera footage on them behind her winked out with a temporary loss of service, which I pointed out. She turned and looked behind her, and when she turned back to me, her eyes were wide. "I've never seen it do that before," she said. "Really?" I asked. "No, never," she said. I just had to suppose that this was their way of confirming that they were still here, perhaps acknowledging they were being talked about. I thought it was pretty cool. Suzanne told me, "I'll tell you one thing, I sure learned my lesson on getting on social media at work that day. We laughed about that one. Makes me wonder if he was a Kevin of the Dead. Maybe that would have been a better title for this one, huh?"